Last summer, Walthers announced a new run of HO-scale Amfleet 1 and Amfleet 2 models with new truck designs and the new Amtrak Phase VII livery that was rolling out on trains across the country at that time. So I pre-ordered some. Fast forward several months and now I have this package on my workbench, so let's open it up, take a look at these new models, and compare them to one of my Amfleet models from a previous production run with the old truck design. So what all did I get? We have 4 Amfleet 2s in Phase 7 lighted, 2 Amfleet 2s in Phase 6, road numbers 25040 and 25034, lighted, 2 Amfleet 2s in Phase 3, road numbers 25069 and 25047, also lighted, and 6 pairs of new trucks to retrofit my old models. Let's open up one of these Phase 7 models. Inside the box we find an exploded parts diagram with an advisory to lubricate the wheels, as well as some information on the prototype, the model, and decal placement. We also have 2 decal sheets, one for Phase 6 and Phase 7 car numbers in both locations on the prototype, and a second for Phase 3 models. Taking a closer look at the model, we see end detail with the diaphragm connector covers in several separately applied metal grab irons and step details. And here we can immediately see the main difference in this new run, and that's the new wheel sets. These are much less flat than the old disc-shaped design, and they match the prototype much more nicely. There's a nice amount of underbody detail, and of course the plated finish looks fantastic, as we've come to expect from Walthers' modern Amtrak products. As I mentioned, this is not the first run of Amfleets that Walthers has done. A previous run of the Proto Amfleets shows up in the 2015 reference book, and you can see the old style wheel sets here. So now let's take a look at one of my old style Amfleet models. Inside is the same instruction sheet and a similar decal sheet to the new one, and of course the model itself, which wears Phase 6 livery. When we take a look at the wheel sets, it's easy to see why some people online refer to these as pizza cutters. They're very flat. And the connector covers on this one are also painted, but since I bought this one secondhand, I'm not sure if the previous owner added that detail or not. If you own previous run Amfleets, let me know if yours came from the factory with these painted. Very curious. I've also just now realized that the Phase 7 model I unboxed is making some noise it shouldn't be making compared to the rest of them, but that's something to look into in a future video when I open these up to detail the interiors and adjust the lighting temperature. In the meantime, I want to take a look at the difference in rolling resistance between these two. And unfortunately, I don't have space for an HO setup currently, so it's time to dig out my old Easy Track and put a few segments on the front straightaway of the in-scale layout. The previous run Walthers Amfleets have a reputation as not being free-rolling, garnering nicknames like Amsleds, and as you can see here, this one really does not roll well, even when I put a pretty good amount of force behind it. In comparison, however, look how nicely the new Phase 7 model rolls. Fantastic work by Walthers in improving the wheel sets. I'm excited to get to work on my HO layout later this year so I can finally put these things behind a locomotive and run some Amtrak trains in conjunction with the Viewliner sleepers. Now we just need a rerun of the Amfleet 2 lounge cars and Viewliner diners from the Proto line to make a complete matching consist for East Coast trains. In a future video, I'll show the process of retrofitting the new wheel sets onto my older Amfleets, as well as opening the cars up to detail the interiors and modify the lighting installation. Well, that's all I've got for this one. Did you order the new run Amfleets? Let me know your thoughts on them in the comments, especially if you also own the older versions. I'm glad we got another run of these things because the secondhand pricing was starting to get truly ridiculous. Don't even get me started about trying to find a decent Amfleet 2 lounge cafe without going broke. But that's a topic for another video. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you again soon.